Emotional intimacy may not come naturally to some couples, and that's okay. But what I need you to know is that you don't have to remain in that place forever. You can work on your emotional intimacy. When you do that, you get to enjoy a beautiful relationship with your spouse, and your marriage becomes better when you get emotionally intimate with one another. In today's video, I'll be sharing with you a few tips to help you foster emotional intimacy with your partner. Hey guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. If you are new here, thank you for joining. If you're a returning member, you are also welcome, guys. My name is Tola Oyewo, aka Tolistica, and I'm a certified relationship counselor. On my channel here and through my other social media platforms, I share wholesome and awesome content, tips and resources on relationships and marriage. So stick with me to the end. The first point I would like you to know is that it's important for you to spend quality time together as a couple. When you do this, there's a saying that communication is the bedrock of every relationship. When you communicate, you become closer. So it's essential for you to know that you need to spend a lot of quality time with your partner, with your spouse. And when I'm talking about quality, I'm not just saying being together. I mean being together and engaging in meaningful and deep conversations. This will help you to build that emotional connection. That is very essential. So the first point again is for you to spend quality time together, having deep conversations that will help you to be connected emotionally. Understand that it's essential for you to be vulnerable. You can't be emotionally intimate with your spouse if you are not willing to be vulnerable. So what does vulnerability mean? Vulnerability is the ability, is the willingness for you to open up your heart, open up your feelings to your spouse. Don't be scared, Be willing to express yourself. Be willing to express your thoughts. Be willing to express how you feel. Honest and open communication is very essential. Without vulnerability, there won't be emotional intimacy. And if you don't have emotional intimacy in your marriage won't be fantastic. It won't be beautiful, because God actually wants you, for you to have that connection. God desires that you be emotionally intimate with one another. So that's very essential. I understand that we live in a wicked world, a world where everybody is trying to be wise and avoid, challenges, difficulties. But it's essential for you to know that you need to be vulnerable with your spouse. Trust your partner's intention. Know that, you're already married to this person. So for you to even be married in the first place, it means that you trust each other to an extent. So it's important for you to trust their intention towards you. Understand that this person is not out to get you. So be vulnerable. Be willing to express yourself. That's very essential. The next point I would like to talk about is the fact that you need to eliminate distractions when you're having conversations. Eliminate distractions. Be focused. When you're having these conversations, when you're talking with your spouse, when you're having discussions with your spouse, be willing to eliminate distractions, a child disturbing you, television, games, and all of that, laptop, phones, and all of that. This will help you to stay focused. It will help you to stay focused and glued to your spouse. So when you do that, it's easier for you to connect with your spouse emotionally on a deeper level. Be a safe space for your spouse. Your spouse needs to know that they are safe with you. Your spouse needs to be secure in the fact that they know that whatever it is they share with you, you are never going to use it against them. So it's important for you to be a safe space for them. someone with whom they are free to express themselves to. That's very essential as well. Listen to your spouse. Be a good listener. We live in a world where a lot of us like to talk, but then we don't like to listen. So it's important for you to know that you must give your spouse a listening ear. Listen. And when you do this, when your spouse is talking to you, don't just listen to them to respond or react. Listen attentively in such a way that you'll be able to understand their perspective before you give a response. That's very essential. Listen. That's very important. Empathize with your spouse. So for instance, if your spouse is sharing something that has happened to them with you, don't be quick to judge them. Empathize with them. Show empathy. Put yourself, let them know that you understand how they are feeling. That's very important. When you empathize with your spouse, it gives them the opportunity to be willing to open to you more, because they know that you understand them, you are not going to judge them. So empathize with your spouse. That's very important. Please don't assume. If there are things you are not clear about, let's take for an example, your spouse has done something or did not do something. It's easy for you to feel, oh, you didn't do this because you because of this, or you did this because of that. Please don't assume. Give your spouse the opportunity to express themselves. So ask questions instead of making assumptions, because assumptions are not always correct. Someone says that making assumption is like a very low level of intelligence. So don't assume. For instance, if your spouse is running late, don't assume that maybe they are not taking your they are not taking you seriously, or maybe they are not willing to show up on time. Don't assume. It might just be that they are stuck in a traffic. It might just be that there is an issue, an urgent issue that has to be attended to. So it's important for you to understand that making assumption is a low level of intelligence. And instead of doing that, ask question instead. So guys, with these few points of mine, I really do hope that I've been able to explain a few tips that will help you to be emotionally intimate with your spouse. Till I see you in my next video, please do well to share this video with someone who might find this useful. Like, drop a comment. If there are things you would like me to talk about, there are topics you would like me to share on, please do well to leave a comment for me. Remember to subscribe to my YouTube channel. I will see you in my next video. Bye for now. Chineke ịdị mma